Raf from TGPX. I just authored a 2-minute piece on my 1-year MBA journey. It's titled Re-Engineer Yourself Brick by Brick. My 1-year journey, PGPX at IMA, has just come to an end, and eyes turn misty as I brace myself to hand over the keys of MSH 901 to the facilities office on Sunday morning and just move on with life. So, what has been the NPV and IRR of this journey? Asked the chartered accountant in me, who had resulted being an EV to EBITDA and free cash flow to equity number cruncher to the house of Tatas and Metas. These red bricks have implanted dreams in the eyes of thousands, both the ones who made it to this place as well as the ones for whom it remained just an unfulfilled dream. To cut the long story short, I realized that my trust with these red bricks cannot be valued just in terms of money. You cannot prepare a DCF model for a magical experience. The first thing that IMA does to you is to make you humble. You enter this place with castles in the air, with this inflated sense of ego about your IQ, and then realize that this place gives every outlier a run for his or her money. You feel elated when you've answered 90 out of 20 quiz questions correctly, only to find that 6 of your batchmates have aced it 20 on 20. You study till 4 a.m. in the morning in your syndicate rooms, and when you return to your dorm, you feel crushed when lights are on everywhere. You eventually find your own place under the bell curve and become comfortable in your own skin. And certainly, grades aren't everything, and in fact, maybe nothing. You have a prof who scored a 10 on 10 in his IIT days, a record unparalleled since 30 plus years, plus IIM gold medalist, plus TAS, plus Harvard Business School, and then, with all humility in the world, teaches you fab concepts of how to lead professional services firms by coming down to your level. A national level transfer pricing lead of a PricewaterhouseCoopers actually teaches you transfer pricing. A New York high street trader descends onto campus to discuss concepts of option pricing, and an ex-SEBI directorate actually teaches you securities regulations. You find that this unassuming personality who teaches you about the surge of dopamine and serotonin in the brain and coaches you on how to prime customers in the course of his marketing sessions is actually a walking encyclopedia. IIT Kanpur, Ahmedabad, University of Texas Austin, London Business School, and yet so humble. You realize that the professor who is teaching economics in such a lucid style actually sits on very highly powered RBI committees and brainstorms on issues that affect millions. Your infrastructure sector professor is actually on the board of leading infrastructure companies. The professor who is teaching you in corporate governance is on the board of leading PSU. The list can go on and on. It's really mesmerizing. Coming to people who meet so many gems in the course of this 1 year that these relationships seem priceless. Peers as well as alums. Peers who've had such a rich experience of 10 years. You suddenly realize at an alum reunion that this person heads Axis Bank, the other one heads Saint Gobain, and the other one Reliance Infrastructure, and so on and so on. You meet a snooty FMCG territory manager for a particular vertical and start the conversation, telling him that you know his India head as well as his Southeast Asia head. And then this guy kind of gets grounded and sees you eye to eye. This is the power of these red bricks. 60% of Indian CEOs have passed through these portals. You accept LinkedIn requests only when you see red bricks in the photo background. The stormy classroom discussions on Harvard, Stanford, and IMA cases, which make you think and think and think on diverse problems that emerge in the course of those historic ups and downs of mega corporates. The perspectives brought in by peers as well as professors are simply amazing. It sometimes hits the ego. Abhi ye mujhe kyun nahi chamta ye logic? Says the subconscious mind, only to surrender to the larger intellectual class of the people around. You do Yog Nidra and meditate on the banks of the Narmada, and at 3 a.m. in the Gir forest, amid sound. On the next session, compete with the best teams in the world as part of a capstone business simulation game. This spread of menu is simply remarkable. You realize that it's not Ram Rajan, and that therefore all shades of black, white, and grey exist. You learn to handle friends as well as foes with Ilan. It certainly makes you much stronger. You work on your startup CH portal so much that it becomes synonymous with the buzzword entrepreneur on campus. You have a 2-year-old daughter, Dhwani, who is so neck deep in plus in love with this place that she refuses to say adieu. There's a lot more to this place which cannot be expressed in qualitative and quantitative terms. To me, Almi is just a silent prayer come true. Thank you.